Good evening, guys. It's 5:15 p.m. 5:16 p.m. Actually, it's a Tuesday after Memorial Day holiday. So, and it's a month end also today. So today's notes were very simple. I didn't even put any lots of. I actually put lots of thoughts, but I didn't spend time writing a lot. Because it's a month end, right? And it is after the Memorial Day holiday. So whatever happened before Memorial Day, right? The 2 days in advance before Memorial Day, to me it was like a fake kind of buyers. Yes, short-term buyers were active, but price has to rebalance it. Today I was looking for rebalancing activities, and price did an effort, So sellers did an effort today. So tomorrow probably I think gap up or gap down. That could be the situation that I'm looking for. Gap and go kind of, But today's level, you can see it. So in Discord we talked about, so actually forget about Discord, just look at here. So month end today, right? Both parties will be active. Today's note is very simple. It will be level driven due to the month end. Below is your pre-market note at high level for today. In general, I will personally either wait for the price to go out of these levels and then trade in that direction, or look to fade these levels by themselves after the open if price is still around these levels, or come to these levels, right? So you have to visualize it. So whenever I am writing these things, I can visualize certain things in my mind, right? So if you look at those levels, right, so all I'm talking about here is a level driven. Either you fade the levels or you wait for a price to go out of the levels, both levels, for up or down, and then you can trade that direction. It is that simple, right? If its price is stuck between the levels, then look, both parties will be active, right? So NQ is good, R is 890 17, so I know at least 890 to 17 is the resistance, right? If sellers are in control, then you want them to defend that area if price gets there, right? And keep the price lower, so which they did it in pre-market and overnight, right? And also of the open too, right? And get closing below hunting level 700 750. See, I highly talked about 700 area in Discord, 705, right? And then 688 based on my certain pattern recognition stuff, observation. So but anyway, 700 750, those are the levels, right, that I talked about it. And price pretty much stayed below these levels. 4 blue lines we talked about in Discord, right? 4 blue lines are important. As long as NQ is below those 4 lines, as we discussed in Discord, that we are going to favor sellers, right? And buyers do not have a control below those levels, right? And buyer's job is today to what? To do what? Going up, taking price above these levels, right? But the way NQ was, it was way below this area at the open, right? So it would be very hard situation for buyers to even get it above, right? So essentially I was saying stick with shorts indirectly, right? So here price staying between them, right? So I'm saying above hunting level, they will try to get closing above good R, which is this area, right? So above this, basically I'm saying buyers. Between this level 700 to 890, I'm saying it's a neutral territory, both parties will be active. And then below 700, sellers will still get 1 point, so which is below this, right? Yes. Similar story, but ES, see, I also gave you 4 lines for ES also, similar to NQ's below line, right? And ES was below 3 lines. Around when it opens, it was below 3 lines, but above 1 line. So 70% sellers favoring, 25% buyers favoring, right? But due to NQ being below all 4 lines, if you want to make a choice, obviously you're gonna go with shorts, right? In both of them. And the levels were this, right? So between 26 to 64 or 70, it's a neutral zone. Both parties will be active. That means you can choose not to trade in that area. Above both, buyers. Above 70, buyers. Below 26, sellers. It is that simple, level to level. And you can see today price stayed pretty much below this area. In between this area. So now you know how powerful are the levels are. Also, you can draw a line at 26 You can draw a line at 45. You can draw a line at this, and you can see the responses. Remember I said fade idea? That was your fade idea later in the afternoon. Fading, remember 64.70, fading. I said fade, or see here, fade these levels by themselves after the open, right? Or wait for both of this to be taken out and either short or long, right? Simple. Russell 1860, draw a line at 1860 and 70 and you will know what Russell did. This one it didn't even get to this point, right? But between, garbage, below or above, those parties. So similar story here. Dow, same thing. So of the open, what happened? Dow went below this, so sellers. Russell stayed below this, or at least go towards this, right? So sellers, I would say, right? Yes, got a rejection from here, right, of the open. So at least it can go back to 26, right? That you can play. So sellers. NQ below this, right, of the open, 688. That was my pattern level I gave you also. So sellers, right? So that was your opening shot right there. So I don't even have to even look at the chart. These notes are good enough. Crude above 110.75. In general, buyers are there, but for day trading, above this, buyers, below, some sellers. So what happened? I stayed above this, get couple of bounces, then broke down. That means it's a sellers, right? 705 was a dream number. 660 was a dream number, right? And dream numbers are powerful as usual. So 660, which is this, I forgot to draw a line, right? So I would say this was the dream number line actually, right? And then 700, this blue line was a dream number, right? So of the open you can see it, dream number responded pretty much, right? So that was our shorts, right? And this was a pullback short, right? That we covered it actually, right? And at this point 10:15, right, I said when I stopped trading here, right, I said 4100 is an option level. Buyers may provide a pause there, right? But below 26, sellers are in control. If price goes above it, 44 is the last line. So the moment it goes above 26, your day will get screwed. In NQ I said above 600 if it goes above. Right here I said when it goes above 600, if it goes, or 700, the day is screwed. That means you are expecting this kind of price behavior. That's what it means. That means either you can choose not to trade, or you have to just figure out your entries in the garbage, right? I usually don't like to trade, but still I am giving you trade here. Since I came back, I saw a couple of trades here, like this. So, but anyway, that was I wrote it at 10 o'clock, 10:05 or so. Then what happened? I stopped trading. I went outside, right? I was doing other stuff. Then I came back, right around here or somewhere around here, lunchtime. But anyway, you can see it. This bar that is telling you the day is screwed up now. This option buyers, the first impression is this option buyers defended 4100 area. That was also, I think, last month low or something, or quarterly low or something, last quarter low. So they defended it here, right? So then the day is screwed up here, right there, So now you choose not to trade here. If you want to trade it, you have to better stick with edges, tops, bottoms, not in the middle, right? Otherwise it requires more reading, right? The way I put these trades here, right? So it requires a reading and the story, right? So now at least day is screwed up. Screwed up means what? Initially before this area, what? Sellers were in control, right? So when I say screwed up means sellers have a less control now. Buyers are coming in, right? So now both parties are active, correct? That's why it gets screwed up. But at least at this point, the moment it went higher, at least buyers are in control, correct? At that point. And then they have to take it higher about this in order to get more buying. Otherwise the day will get screwed between this, because these were the opening sellers, right? So between this and this, day is screwed up, ideally, right? And overall, in general. But at least at this point, buyers are in control, right? But then you just watch, right? So now when price went here, right, there was a divergence here. See that? Right here in NYSE. But in S&P, there was no divergence, right? So you can't short these things. and knowing this much buyers are here, they defended this area, right? Then it's coming up here. So yes, you can short here based on this, but not on this. There was no weakness here, see that? So you wait, then second test again somebody shorted it, fine, then price went down. Then what happened? Remember, I think 41.15, the first stoppage point here, we discussed in Discord right here, why price bounced from this 4115. I gave you specific reason also, right? Then those guys went into trouble, right? Because price sliced through them, which was expected. Then what happened? Then, so here you know the story, right? 4100 option players, quarterly low, they bought it here, right? They went through this 26 area and then balanced it, price came down, right? Sliced through all this balance, right? And then what happened? Mini balance again here. What was the low? 4115, same low here, right? Then what happened? It held it and then price went higher again, correct? So now you are building a story here. The story is this held, balanced, failed breakdown, that 415 held actually, then price went higher, right? And then again it went above 26. See, this was an entry right here. There was an entry here, you know. So, but you have to follow the story, you know, the way it happened, and then look at this. You know, these things stayed in a neutral territory. So this thing also, you know, it didn't even go down, right? A lot. But you can't compare this now because it was already liquidation territory, right? So ideally you can't just, you know, use this as a reason, right? But here price had enough time. See here when it sliced through this 26 again, right? And then it went back up, right? And then again it went down. Here it has an opportunity. Sellers has an opportunity. Same thing with NQ577. See, thick line is, see, this line is thick white line and this is like thin. So this has a more weightage. See here similar story as 4115, right? Like this level. See, it went through it, acted as a resistance, here acted as a support, and then again acted here, support, right? Again tried to go higher, slice through it by points, so few points, again came back up. So now you know there are some buyers here. So based on that, price had enough opportunity to go down. It couldn't, it is gonna go back up again, you know. And it already, yes, already responded here 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And it has enough opportunity, sellers, you know, to break down. They couldn't, and now price built a mini balance here and then breaking out. This was your long right at 26. After breakout, see like here, breakout, pullback right here. But let's say it is risky because in the middle, right? So you ignore these things, but you are observing these things, you are collecting all this point. Then the idea is, if this 26 holds, most likely it will take out this 44 now. The moment it take out, you go long right there. There was a mini pullback here in 1 minute, you know, and then you target what? Next level, 64.70 area. But here it rejected from it, it didn't even get to that point, right? It came down from hold on. So it came down from where? It came down from 58. Why? Because of this 750 important line, right? All 4 blue lines. So here there was another trade in NQ to go long, right? 750. Because of 750, you take profit here, right? Otherwise, the NQ came down, ES came down, right? There was another opportunity here, 36 to 41 area. You know why? Because it's a breakout level. Look at this, right? Same level. So as long as price is holding above this area, buyers are there. Simple. So you go long here, right? And then what happened? Then NQ also same thing, dream number 660. See that? So you go long here, defend your territory, because now your price is trading above first hour range. So buyers are there at least at that point, right? See, yes. So why you, another reason you go long here is, yes, there is a risk because now price is below both this blue line, correct, on the one hand, but at least immediately it broke out about this. If it has to fail, it would have failed right here. But now since it went higher to 750 to tag it, at least, and it came down straight, so at least it will go back up to this area again, you know, and then it may come down, possible. Here also 58 was a poor level was actually here, 64 to 70, this area, which is this area, right? and ES was poorly came down. So most likely ES will go higher, you know. So at this point I was looking for, see, I went even long here, right? I shared my trade with you guys in Discord, right? So all these trades I took it, 1, 2, 3, all of them, you know. So now you take it here, it's second time it went higher here, right? NQ, see, first time 750, immediate down, right? See, I didn't like these things, and look at this mini divergence here. See that here also, like mini divergence, right? I didn't like this idea because first time this seller stepped in from nowhere, 58 was a poor level. Second time, if they were really poor, I wouldn't expect the response like this, you know. But since NQ couldn't go higher, you know, you have no choice but to take a profit here. Even though if you think, and then also I said in Discord that ES has a pending target here 64.70, which they achieved it later on. So this is not tradable. This is not tradable at the point of touching, right? Here NQ went higher. At this point the idea is it should go higher or fail breakout. Simple, to considering the importance of this level, because NQ was still around 750, right? So you just watch for the signs, right? The moment, and then you see this immediate rejection, correct? Fine, maybe it want to do balance like this and then go higher, fine. Then what happened? Again fail, again fail, this time lower low, pull back, you go in, because now it's officially failed breakout. Same thing here, mini balance, opposite to this, see, balance, breakout, boom. Here same thing, at key level, balance, breakout, pull back, boom, right? So these were your trades on the way down. When price went down below 26, 36 or 41, this area, right? You know, there are buyers here. Those buyers are trapped now. So immediately when price goes down, pull back, you short, expect a continuation. Same thing here, right? But when price went down, ES made a new low here, which is, yeah, NQ did not make a new low. Remember, NQ was the weakest one, right? Because it was trading below 4 lines all along. It did not make a new low. That's a warning sign. Considering base choppy, it could well bounce again. Who knows, right? So bail out here. If you do not bail out, then at least bail out here at the break even. And then there is definitely no trading after that, right? Here also I said, if it stays below 41.36 right here, it will go lower. That was the expectation, right? But then you see this and this. Now if you see if it going above 41, that was I said, right? If it goes above 41, most likely it will close between 41 to 52, which is this level. And you can see price went above 2 points, but it came down, right? Otherwise I would have said 41 above, it can go move to the moon, right? But I knew that 52 has a seller set, you know. So 41, 52, and it actually closed right at 27. So May month end is neutral now, you know. So price open at for 27, closed at 27 in ES. It's a neutral month pretty much, you know. So, and that be all for today, you know.